challenges. You gave me a hell of a fright.
Having some challenges with the move this Friday.
So. Don't talk about the address. I got your email. I've started recording. Also, I did speak to Elaine yesterday, and she said she spoke to you. I don't know if she actually spoke directly to you or your staff, but I will be getting the new paperwork for you on Saturday, and she'll deal with that. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Hey.
How are you?
Nice.
What's that?
You look nice.
Thank you. I scrub up okay when I try.
Did you try hard? Like what happened?
I haven't tried at all, if you must know. I've been cranky up until I reckon my Valium kicked in about half an hour ago. So, yeah. So,
cool.
I'm meant to
be... work to do today.
Oh, well, you know me. I like to make you work, you know. That's not true. I usually do 95% of the talking in these sessions, let's face it, yeah.
True.
But, it's the same old bullshit. It's university. I love it and I hate it simultaneously. The bitch in my head keeps saying, why are we doing this? You know, you're not smart enough to do this. You've just fucked around. It's week 3, blah, blah, blah. You can fill in the gaps. It's driving me fucking crazy.
Remember, there's a means to an end of doing it.
I know.
There's a reason you're doing it, and we're going to have to do it. Nobody ever really cares about statistics when they're done.
I'm not even doing statistics. I'm doing personality, and I'm loving it. It's just that our assignment for the lab report is based on the 5 personality traits versus social media addiction. And I was so happy with my 2 hypotheses, and I've been researching since week 1, and it's finally hit me today that I'm going to have to change my second one because I wanted to do it on TikTok. So basically the second hypothesis we have to do is which social media platform will have the strongest association to negative effect. I think TikTok, but I can't find enough research to figure it out. So when I changed TikTok to Facebook, paperwork came out like so much. So I'm like, as much as I hate being one of those students who picks a topic that's, let's say, easier, I'm at the point where it's like, to keep the bitch in my head, shut up, I'm just going to have to do it. Because I've read so many things on TikTok, but I can't correlate to the negative effect side of it. Whereas as soon as I typed that into the research on like university's library, like pages and pages came up. So I kind of feel like I'm starting again, which frustrates me, as you know.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Instagram.
I don't like social media at all besides YouTube, and I use YouTube as a means to an end because I film everything. So, yeah.
Why do you think TikTok's worse?
Well, on the bit of research I have done, according to I don't know, by 2019 it was the most popular social media across the globe. The TikTok challenges are relating in deaths. Like I've come across research saying people have literally died trying to replicate these fucking TikTok challenges.
Which started with things like the planking and stuff years ago before TikTok, yeah.
I'm guessing so, yeah. But I didn't want to do it on Instagram Instagram or Facebook because personally I've used both of them and I don't like either. So I thought it would be much more interesting to use TikTok. Yeah. And even the students in my seminar were like, oh my God, it's so addictive. Everyone should be on it. It's by far the best social media ever, blah, blah, blah. But again, my teacher was like, it's not about like, it has to be what's associated to negative effect. And so there's two hypotheses. My first one is okay. My first one is that I am hypothesizing, God, I can't even say the words, man, that, what am I hypothesizing? That people with high neuroses are more likely to become addicted to social media. That one I'm okay with, like I'm happy with that, based on, you know, like people like me, who obviously I'm a huge like extroversion, I'd rather be out there with people. I mean, I film everything because I like to share, but it's not because I like to be behind a screen. Whereas people who are more socially awkward, don't like being around people, blah, 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 that's my first hypothesis. And I'm happy with that. But you know me, I've got that bitch in my head. She's been there forever. Like, I've managed to soothe her today, but in all fairness, I took Valium to help. Oh, and by the way, I have some news that I'm really looking forward to seeing and hearing your facial expressions and what you have to say.
Oh, God.
I know, right? So, on Monday was...
Yes.
Monday was my 6-year anniversary since quitting ICE, right? I know, right? Yay, me! So, I decided to ask the people who I'm in the special team with at work to come celebrate with me, along with Grant, who is my long-term friend who's been coming to everything with me, you know, like the work stuff last year. He's the one, like, he was here before I was addicted to ICE, then during the addiction to ICE, and he was like my go-to number one support person. And so he came and met the people I work with on Monday. By the way, I had to ring a lot of places to figure out where to actually go on a Monday, and this place we ended up going was in Melbourne Central. It's the Asian Bear Cafe, and they have happy hour from like 4 till 6 and then 7 till 9, and we're talking like cocktail jugs for $27. It was amazing. And obviously, you know me, I took my weed with me, and the very first thing I said when I got there was, "Hi, I'm Liv. I smoke weed. I'm legally allowed to. Where's the smoking area? I'm going there to get stoned." So yeah, the lady was just like not totally sure what to say. I was like, "Would you like to see the paperwork?" And she's like, "I really don't care." And I was like, "Cool, I'm happy." But yeah, so that's not exactly the part I was going to say though. So as we're aware, since I've started with this company, and I'm still not going to be talking about the company with names, everyone's still got their fake names and whatnot. As you know, I've had everyone say to me, "Don't tell work because of unconscious bias, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah." And I fully listened, very, very happy, but it's recently come to my attention that I've actually been with them for 6 months now. I know, right? Doesn't time fly? So after we spoke last time, because I remember the last time we spoke, I had my feedback meeting straight after that same day. And you know how I was like super nervous about it? It went so well, like so fucking well. I couldn't believe it. I was just like floating on cloud 9. And it went so well to the point that I've actually got another work meeting at 5 today with me and the boss. And the actual website creator developer who lives in Egypt. So we had to get it so the times would match. So it's going to be 9 a.m. his time, 5 p.m. our time. Because I basically said the reason not enough people use this platform is because it's so fucking confusing. I was like, when I'm in a mood, I've researched the entire thing. I'm that kind of person, you know what I'm like. I've deep dived into the websites and I've been totally my authentic self and says, basically it sucks. So I think you really need to redo a lot of it. So I get to now be a part of it, which I'm very excited about. So on Friday, there's a woman, and like so much of us haven't met. So it was me, the boss, and the lady who went to Queensland, who I haven't decided on a name yet, so we're just going to keep calling her that for now. So we'd all met in person, but obviously there were other people we hadn't met because it's all sort of online. But one of the women, girls, she's very similar to me in similar situations, but a lot younger than me. Everyone's younger than me at work, but that doesn't matter. I love your facial expressions. Sometimes I wish I could just record you, eh? And by the way, I know. I
can't get Botox. It would not work for me.
You're beautiful. I told you that. But you need to do it.
Botox.
I've had Botox. You look great. But just like my mother says to me, I'm going to keep saying it. My mother constantly says, obviously this is before no contact started, I must wear my hair down. And I'm going to bug you about the same thing because so should you.
I know, but I'm going to paint my clinic after your appointment.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I hear you. It's all good.
Gotta repair some things, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you. By the way, I'm fully vaccinated now, so if you ever need like staff for like admin or something, I will happily intern or work for, experience. Keep that
And
in
group
mind.
is coming up, and the girls are going to contact you next week.
Yay! I love group therapy. I love therapy in general. Who am I kidding? I personally think the world would be fantastic if everyone smoked weed and went to therapy. We'd all just be real happy.
Except for the therapists who would just be like drowning in work. How
There's
about we
so
just have
many-
everybody no longer have psychological distress or damage, and all of us don't have jobs?
That's the dream. That's when our species needs to continue to evolve and grow, and eventually we'll get
So
there.
there's only 6,000 psychologists in Victoria who'd be out of work. That's a lot less than the amount of people that are struggling and suffering now.
I hear that, but as a psychology student, there are so many of us training. I know, but I get what you're saying. Anyway, so I have got a name for this. So you know how in the group there's the facilitators and the storytellers, and I'm a storyteller, and the other woman is also a storyteller, and she has given me the name Ilara. Yeah, I think that's right. And I had to practice it so many times to say it because obviously I'm using fake names for everyone. Anyway,
She chose her fake name that you can't pronounce.
I've practiced a lot. I just can
What's
never.
my fake name?
I haven't figured it out yet because every
I
time
don't have a fake name.
every time I want to talk to you, I'm one of those people who says a person's name. And like obviously your real name, there's so many of us, but you're allowed do what everyone else does. Just choose one. What's a name you like and you can be that
I
person.
don't know.
Oh my god. Think
Well,
about
now
it.
there's too much pressure to pick a name.
What's your middle name? I'll just call you that then.
No, that's awful.
All right, well we'll come back to that.
I know.
We'll
It's judgment.
circle.
No.
We'll circle back around, yeah.
Who likes their middle name like that?
I like my middle name. My middle name is Jane with a Y. I think it's quite cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because it's not quite the, boring plain Jane. It's Jane with a Y.
Jane.
Do you want to be Jane? Would you like to be Jane? No? You got
That's
plenty
you.
of time to think about it, huh?
I'll think about it. Yeah.
You think about it. So, anyway, so I was originally, like I said, for this assignment wanting to do it on TikTok. Now, I flat out refused to get TikTok because, as we know, I make daily videos and I've literally been told by strangers in the dog park you would go viral for all the wrong reasons. And I think they might be right.
Harsh. It's a little
I
bit
know,
harsh.
right? And as far as going viral is something that would be amazing eventually.
For the
I'm not
right reasons.
I'm not
would
there
be
yet, you know what I
a
mean?
choice.
Yeah, but though I have 238 followers on my YouTube now and over 475 videos. Oh, I spend a lot of time talking to my camera. What can I say? I think I'm interesting. And I still have people all over the world contacting me and telling me that. So it makes me happy. But, so, as I was saying, had it drilled into me, don't tell work, wait for them to get to know you. Unconscious bias is a thing, yeah? Anyway, so I was talking to Alara on video chat on Friday. Because I said to her, do you use TikTok? If you do, can we video chat? Can you go through it with me? And we ended up talking for like over an hour. And I said to her, look, there is something I want to tell you. I've wanted to tell you for so long. I said, but again, I've been listening to everyone. They're in my head. And I ended up telling her. And she thought it was amazing. She was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. I sent her the links. And she watched a few. And she was just like, this is awesome. She's like, you do so much of the stuff that so many others do, but you're sharing. I'm like, that's the point of my website. Yeah.
Yes.
So Grant obviously has been my friend for over 10 years, yeah, and he's obviously a follower, and he puts all my videos in the background and listens to me talk while he's doing stuff, yeah. And I had said, look, I'm having drinks on Monday night. The boss, his girlfriend, Alara, the woman I went to Brisbane with, and Grant were going to be there, and me, so 6 of us. And I'd said to her, oh, like, I really want to share. I'm past this point. I'm like, I'm a storyteller. I'm so proud of my website. I'm so proud of my stories. I'm ecstatically happy about the fact that I have the ability to literally film my psychology appointments and put them online. Like, people think I'm mad, and I'm like, oh, I think it's brilliant. You know what I mean? So, me and George, there I did it again. Me and Grant he goes to me, the one, what? He goes, I'm the only person that she fucks my name up with. And I'm like, there you go. But anyway, he and I had a discussion about what happens if it comes up. Now, I knew I was going to be drinking and smoking weed. It was literally the first thing I did when I got there.
Was come up.
Well, yeah, let's face it, we knew it was going to come up, right? So, I was playing it by ear, and, you know, we were all there, and the woman, because on the plane at one point when we'd been in Brisbane, I'd said something along the lines of, if I could live stream my entire life to the internet, I would do it. I'm that kind of person. I think it'd be awesome, right? And she had said, oh, you can't do that. You can do it on blah, blah, blah platform. And I was like, I don't know anything about that. And because I've been telling them since the beginning, I am a storyteller, I do make videos, I do this, I do that. I've never lied. I just never ended the sentence, which was I make videos and then put them online, right? So we're there on Monday night and we're drinking and we're having a ball, and let's face it, I would have been far more intoxicated than everyone else because I just smoked that much weed, and I was just like, yay, I'm celebrating not smoking ice by drinking and smoking weed, because that was cracking me up all by itself. Anyway, so we're having a conversation again about the sort of storytelling that I want to do in the future versus what we're currently doing at work, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to call her Faith. Faith, that's the woman, yeah, okay. So Faith, that's the one who came with me to Brisbane. She said something like, have you ever considered just making videos and then sharing them? And me and Grant, we looked at each other, and I'm like, we start laughing, and she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, so I haven't fully disclosed everything yet.
Yeah.
And my boss is sitting next to me, and they're sort of looking at me, and I'm like, wow. I said, look, it's not because I said, look, there's something I need to tell you. I've wanted to tell you for a long time. I said, but I've had it drilled into me by everyone in my personal life not to do it until the time is right. I'm like, feels like the time is right now. And Grant's just all laughing. And I was like,
and you're like, it's not. So.
I was like, so technically, I was like, every time I've said I hate social media, I hate the fakeness of it, which is why I don't do Facebook and Insta and all the other bullshit, yeah. I was like, but I've been telling you for a long time that I'm a storyteller and that I make videos. I was like, I have my own website. I said, I have my own YouTube channel. And the looks I'm getting, I'm not totally sure how the boss felt about being kept in the dark. Everyone else was just like, wow, like, even his girlfriend, she was like, you were born to do this. And I'm like, I know, that's what I've been saying. So I explained it all to them, and I was like, look, my actual website has like 437 pages. I'm like, not 430 stories, I'm like actual pages of stories, so thousands of stories, yeah. And I was like, my YouTube channel has it's past 470 something videos alone, right? And they're looking at me, and I'm like, well, and then I think it was the girlfriend said, how do you find the editing process? And Grant starts cracking up, and he's like, what editing process? There is none. She just uploads everything. And then Faith was like, oh, I feel bad that you felt like, you couldn't tell us, you don't want to be worried about what people think. I was like, if I was even a little bit worried about what people think, I wouldn't do what I do. I said, I've wanted to tell you all for so long, but this is a professional setting, and unconscious bias is a real thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, if you'd started reading and watching my shit, which, by the way, back then was not great time for me, like with the family and the whole lot of it at the start, I'm like, could have gone really badly. I was like, but you're all aware of who I am now and what I'm like. And I was like, and then so we just started literally explaining it, and Grant was fucking explaining it, and it was so funny, and everyone was like, this is amazing. And I'm like, yeah. And again, I haven't decided what to call the boss, so I'm just going to keep calling him the boss. But I don't know, I will admit I got a weird vibe, but I think it was more just like it's not bad that I'm doing it. I just think he felt like why didn't I trust them enough to not tell them straight away? And again, you and everyone knows I wanted to tell them from day dot.
I think also it's probably there's, intellectual property stuff. There's, he's paying you to be a storyteller, and then you're doing this on your website. Things are
totally different. Well, like I said to him, I said, what I do is not even a little bit the same as what the company does. I said, I've never,
but when you first just say that, then that's what they can think.
I think you need to explain that to me again, because I don't understand what you're saying.
So if you tell somebody, just tell them the basics, that I've got a website, this is my YouTube channel, this is what I do. I tell people about my life. Somebody who doesn't know your videos or, is going to be like, so you tell your story online. Yeah.
I'm not understanding the bad part.
Huh?
Oh, keep going. I said, I don't understand what's wrong yet. So, yeah.
No, nothing's wrong. But the reason I think that your boss was a little bit like, is because that's kind of effectively what he asks you to do in public.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah, because I did really stress on him. I've never mentioned the company. I would never do that. I've never mentioned people's names. Like, you literally can't find my stuff unless I give it to you. You can search me all you'd like. None of the stuff comes up. I've made it like that,
How do you feel now, having told these important people in your life, whose fake names I can't remember, so I'm just going to go with that. How do you feel now about the concept that they may now see things like you talk about them in therapy?
Oh, they know. I told them that. I know. Yeah, I'm totally fine.
It's very good that you are very honest and direct in your interactions, because people can find out.
Oh, I don't say anything on my videos that I wouldn't say to someone's face.
Do you think then, though, that other people in your life will alter their interactions with you as a consequence of this?
So far they haven't, and because work and my personal stuff is fully separate, I don't see it affecting it. But if it does, that's their loss, not mine.
Yeah, I just don't want people to screen what they say to you. I want people to be genuine with you as well.
I know when people aren't being genuine with me. You know how intuitive I am. And I mean, I've got a meeting tonight, like I said, at 5 p.m. Yeah. Like the one thing I said to him, because like I said, I could get the vibe, yeah, because he was right next to me. I said, I really need to stress this on you. I'm still me. I'm 100% me when I'm with all of you. The only thing is, I am my own storyteller. And I said, what we do here versus mine, I said, is very different. Very different.
And I think, I hope that they have seen it to alleviate any concerns that they may have about feeling pressured to change their interactions with you, or be less genuine, raw with their emotions with you. And I hope people do that. That's all.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but at no point have I had any worry, feeling, or anything that that's going to happen.
Right. And you do pick people in your life quite carefully as well.
I do what?
You pick people to be in your life really carefully.
Bloody oath I do, because I'm literally living my best life. Like, the bitch in my head drives me insane, but I've gotten a lot better at calming her down. Probably shouldn't call her a bitch, keeping her calm. But yeah, no, I know I talk about everyone. I said to them, currently you're called the boss. You're called the boss's girlfriend. I said,
Girlfriend.
I was like, you're currently the woman I went to Brisbane with. And I said, she gave me a fake name on Friday.
She got a name today. Tell her her name.
I know I will. I definitely will. But they're very aware that they're talked about. And I said to them, I was like, I never ever tell somebody else's story. I said, but don't take this the wrong way. I said, but I'm the main character of my story. You're all the main characters of your own story. I said, but effectively, you're secondary characters in mine. I said, the minute we walk out of this pub, I said, I'm making a video. I will be making a video announcing that you all now finally know. And they were all good with it.
Good.
And I'm so happy because it's like this, you know how it's been
it's all there now.
Me
you don't
off?
have to, because I think it was really hard for you to screen that.
So hard. I make videos every day. And as I said to Faith, I was like, I've been telling all of you what I do. I said in a roundabout way. I just never finished the sentence. And she was like, oh my God, you have. I totally remember. She goes, you told us all the time. And I was like, yeah, because I didn't ever want to lie. I was just waiting for the right moment. And like,
now.
I know, like, I only met, like, two of them I met for the very first time on Monday. Alara met everyone for the first time on Monday. So did the girlfriend. Like, and
Does the girlfriend participate? Like, is she kind of active in the business, or is she?
I'm not really, but she did explain a few. She's very similar. Oh my God, it's I gotta admit, she's fucking awesome. I sent her a message last night, I think it was, saying, so freaking happy to have met you. Please come to as many of these functions as possible, especially because it was cool seeing her and the boss like interact, because they're very different. Yeah, so she was awesome, and she was the one that said, oh my God, you were literally born to do this. And I was like, I know. And I was like, this is what I'll be doing for life. Like, people don't believe me. I'm like, this isn't a yearly challenge. This isn't a 5-yearly challenge. I'll be making videos up until my deathbed, you know. And that's because
I hope that's a long time away.
It will be a long time away. Everybody in my family live way past 90.
Don't I have a limit on my website as to how many pages I can have? Like, how do you even have that many pages?
I pay for a premium site. And no limit. It's just, they just keep adding and adding. Like, if you ever checked your freaking email, you'd know about this. I email you, I ring your office, I'm like, please tell her to check her email. Yes. Nothing happens. I'm like, what are you doing, woman?
I don't check it very often. You're right. Yes,
you're hopeless. I literally ring the office saying, could you please pass on the message? I need her.
I read that. I did read that.
Well, I wanted you to fill out a survey for my stuff because it's all anonymous. Yeah,
I know.
And
I'm going to tell you. It's on my list of things to tell you today.
Is it a yes?
It is. Send me a list. Send me a whatever I have to do.
I got to just, all I needed to know, because I wasn't allowed to send it to the people unless they agreed first, because it'll come from the survey man. It's not even my email. But I've been told it takes about 20 minutes, and it's it's just like 5-point lark scales, from.
That's fine.
Yeah, I love you. Because I was like, turns out I have all these wonderful friends. Not many of them know how to. The amount of people go, I don't know how to answer half of that crap.
Text me and they're like, check your email. And I was like, yep.
Because I didn't actually send you the link. I didn't send you the link because I needed to get the yes from you first. I didn't want to put pressure on you. Because I was saying to my friends, I was like, it's all anonymous. It's not like I have any idea who says what,
I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to put anything that you don't already know.
You are the person, you know me better than anyone in the fucking world. We've been seeing each other for years. How many times I say, you cannot resign until you're old.
Partly the point of therapy.
I'm not ever going anywhere. I say to people, I constantly tell people.
What happens when I retire?
I'll be better by then. I'll be my own psychologist.
I actually think that you're probably not that far away from that, actually. Like, this whole, you need appointments every 5 minutes, and I'm like, no, you don't.
I know. I know. I know. I'm actually in a great place. And like I said, I was cranky before because I swear to
That's
God,
different. Normal ups and downs of life are different, but
I know.
the reasons you were referred are kind of like they're relevant, but they're not. So, you know, emotional regulation, insight into illness, acceptance of things, engagement with schooling, finding your self identity.
Stop
Like obviously
self-harming.
your referral didn't say all those things because your doctors don't
Yeah.
write them, but that's what it meant. They meant, hi, thanks for your opinion and management. And I'm like, sure, it meant all these things.
You know that I've been like interviewed by roughly 25, 30 medical psychology students because I'm an what do they say? An highly interesting, very intense patient with so much going on that they all wanted to interview me. It was hilarious. I had so much fun with it, truthfully.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so the whole point though of what is that, you're actually doing exceptionally well.
Thank you.
I think that a lot of the things, so emotional regulation, there isn't any self-harm anymore. You're not trying to kill yourself all the time. We're not talking you off ledges. We're not encouraging you to like use basic coping skills. You're doing it all, and then you're coming to sessions now on video, with a reflective stance, implementing things that you have decided you want or don't want to change.
Yeah.
And you know who you are and what you want. And sure, there's fluctuations in stresses and relationships, and that's life. And there's even an acceptance and a tolerance to those things. So in a lot of ways, your episodes of care are largely improved and resolving. Do I think that group program would be helpful to consolidate some skills? Sure. Do I think that we consolidate over the next little while? Sure. With a gradual discharge plan of spacing out appointments?
Yeah.
Yes. And then I think that you got to get to the point where I'm unemployed.
No, I will miss you.
That's different.
If I could still keep getting the mental health plan, I don't plan to stop. I'll just come like once a month or something.
Yeah. You have to have, and that's what people do for a while after in a period of intense treatment.
Mm-hmm.
People do come for a while, for a month, and then people come for a while every 3 months, and then people call me once every 5 years for a top-up appointment, and that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. No, I hear you. And I get that. Like, my urologist is always... I told you I'm now filming everything, yeah? Like, she let me film her stuff too. And she was saying the same thing about my medication. She's like, you are on so much medication. She's like, every single one of them is interacting. She's like, this will be affecting your sleep, your focus, your cognitive abilities, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, the ultimate goal is to reduce it all. And it's like, I've been medicated and not medicated, and then I like how I feel now, obviously. I'm medicated. I'm not ready to get there, but I feel like it's in the same of sort of what you're saying. But like even I didn't smoke weed for 2 days. Obviously, I very much smoked it on Monday just because I'll never get over the novelty of being able to legally take it with me. That's just awesome. But like I haven't.
People do get over that eventually. I'm American.
Oh no, I agree because I didn't have any yesterday. I don't plan on having any for the next few days. Like I really want to get my assignment started, and I was in that. I'm not changing what I'm doing. I want to do it. I want to do it, and it just would have made life a billion times harder. And I'm just like, fuck it, you know. But like you said, life is good, and I'm super happy that they know. Not obviously everybody at work knows. It was just the people that were there, but so much support. And I don't think they'll change whatsoever in how they talk with me, because when I see to them...
If it does, then, that's about their anxieties, about how they're seen and they're perceived and they're portrayed, and that has nothing to do with you.
That probably is why my boss reacted the way he did, because I said there are some things in life you never forget. And I said there's a particular sentence, I said that this one over here, because he was sitting right next to me, and I managed to make it through the finished phone call. I said I burst into tears and then I talked to my camera. So, yeah, and everyone was like, are you going to tell me what he said? And I was like, sure. I was like, as we're aware, I interrupt people. I'm really trying not to interrupt people. It's, 36 years on, I'm working on it. And his sentence on the phone was, "May I please speak now?" And I didn't deal with it well afterwards, which was funny though, because his girlfriend, on the other hand, was like, "Oh my God, he says it to me all the time." And then everyone sort of had a bit of a laugh. And I was like, nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows anything. It's all just me getting my shit out to figure it out. And yeah, but I talk about every single person in my life.
And I think the only thing about this, you have emotional regulation skills, for example, that we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the emotional regulation skills you see and display. You see the immediate reactions, which is a pattern of how you respond to emotions, right? You dysregulate. We know you dysregulate. Everybody does, but we see yours.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the immediacy of what happens and how you implement, right? Re-regulation strategies. So we see you do it. We see how you kind of settle down, in a colloquial term. We see how you do that all on camera.
I know, it's wonderful. It's honestly the thing I've loved the most about my life. And I remember,
it's important that, the people, then, the other people in the story, your secondary characters, that they don't kind of, small things that happen are going to upset people, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it.
I know.
And I hope that they will look at, what they're doing and saying, and not overanalyze that they've said the wrong thing. Because he probably, whilst it's a little bit abrupt, he probably didn't intentionally mean harm.
Oh, he absolutely didn't.
Speak now.
He didn't, and I said that to him, but it was more the fact that it's something he says to his girlfriend apparently all the time. She's got all the same symptoms, and she's like, I stress to everyone, I don't tell other people's stories. I don't do that. But
that'll be what he goes away and he goes tick, 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 tick. When I have these conversations with,
I've said it to him before.
As long as that's happening.
But remember, whatever I say on my camera is stuff I say to people's faces. I've said it to him already before I shared it on Monday night. He's aware. So, but the wonderful thing is that he's so understanding. I was freaking out about that feedback that I had to do with the workshop.
And he's so young. And he's it's surprising that he's so young and all in tune with his feelings. Is that
I can't get over how in tune they all are. They're all minimum 20
to this group of people.
I don't know how to. I'm going to say this group of people, I guess.
That was a joke.
I'm like shouting. Bazinga. I say to people, don't do sarcasm, I don't understand. That's why I've got the word devil tattooed inside my mouth, remember?
Yeah, I don't even know how. That would have just, tasted bad.
It had to be done twice. You know this. When the D dropped out for a little while, it just said evil for a number of years.
But did it taste gross?
No, but I was high on ice the first time I did it.
So yeah, probably.
But yeah, but okay, so Monday, for example, because I'm always remembering what you say about that. Yes, I've got all my emotional dysregulation. That's crazy, but you're always reminding me that there's just normal human emotions. Yeah. So on Monday, obviously it was my 6-year anniversary, but it was also my sister's and my niece's birthday. Now, no contact is still going on, right? So I've already contacted my father the previous week saying, look, they're not getting my messages, nothing's going through, I understand that, but can you please wish them for me on their day? And I had a really good morning and everything was really good, and then, I don't know, it was just the sadness just hit me out of nowhere. And it was I don't know what the hell is happening. Oh my God, I'm freaking, I felt sad, then I cried, then I was ate some lunch and thought I'll have a nap. And because at this point I was tossing and turning, do I cancel? And then I was this is the first time so many of us are even meeting in person. And in my head I was if I wasn't the one who'd actually organised it, there's a good chance I'd have cancelled. So I went and had a nap, then I got up, called Grant talked me down as he does. I jumped in the shower, caught the train, and am absolutely ecstatically happy, obviously, that it went ahead. But I just keep reminding myself, it's probably because I miss my family. It's because I can't miss them. Anyone would feel like this. It's not just because I'm... And I think I did really well at bringing myself back around.
Yes. And I think it's a nice thing to say out loud is that people all, when they're feeling a bit vulnerable or flat or preoccupied or stressed, I could do it, but I might feel a bit shit. Or I could go to
Yeah.
dinner with my friends, but, we've done the buts and ands before.
I know, I've got my piece of paper.
So I could go to this party on Monday night and celebrate a success and be a bit vulnerable.
Yeah. But it
Or
was
I could not, and I
amazing.
could miss out on all the good things too.
That's what I realized. I was like, I complain about being by myself all the time. Everybody knows
So we have to
this.
say, is it worth it? Is it worth going for a walk in the rain because it makes you feel
Yeah.
healthier?
And you,
I don't have that.
it was so good. I had and it was this freeing feeling. You know how authentically free I need to feel, because I feel like I've been put in these boxes my entire life, and I'm so fucking over it. And like, yeah, now that they know, because they've been, like I said, this is what you'd be good at. I already know that, but I'm not telling you, because and then I'm already, I was having that internal, why am I listening to everyone else? I mean, sure, I'm happy I waited, because at least now all my videos, I'm not in aesthetically crazy messes, but I mean, I've said to them, I film when I'm angry, I film when I cry, I film when I'm happy, I film my psychology, I film every single person that will let me film my appointments. I said, this is what I do. I film.
Does your GP do that?
I talked to her on the phone, but if I have one in person, I absolutely will be asking her, if she knows all about this, just like everyone else. So, she's awesome. You know that.
I refer to her a lot now.
Yeah.
Yeah, particularly because she does the cannabis stuff as well. I mean, so she's good mental health, she's good with pain, she's flexible in her approach.
She's amazing.
And
yeah.
If
you need someone
they're hard to find.
specifically for cannabis treatment, because the GP can give the referral to the cannabis lady, yeah? But I can email you when I email the other stuff to you, the actual person I speak to. But yeah, they're fantastic. Like,
There's no one in the West. It's really hard.
I swear to God, people say to me, why do you travel 50 minutes to see your doctor if I need a in-person one? And I'm like, because it is 100% worth it. It is so worth it. Like, she's amazing. Though, just so you do know, they only bulk bill pensioners. They don't bulk bill everyone else, and the rates have gone up. But, well, it's gone up by $5, but still. But yeah, no, she is utterly amazing. It's like, and I've been having this weird thing where it's like I'm exhausted to the point where I'm like barely able to keep my eyes open while eating dinner. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I'm awake. Oh, what's happening? I don't understand what the fuck is happening. Someone told me it's related to ADHD. I got no idea. It does my head in. And I'm just like, why was I so tired when I needed to be awake? And I'm obviously taking Ritalin. And like, I shit you not, the other day last week, I was carrying my dinner to my room and I was like, don't fall over. And then I was like, an hour after dinner, I was awake, and I literally wrote a blog going, it's after 1 and I'm awake. What is happening? But I talked to her and I was like, can you please just give me sleeping tablets? Like, I said, she goes, have you been on them before? I'm like, I've been on almost everything before. Yeah?
I've done all of the medications before.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
literally.
She was like, so have you heard of this one? And I was like, yes, I have. Because she's like, do you remember what you were on? I was like, oh, no, I took Stilnox for a long time, but that's like the real dangerous, strong one. And she's like, what about Imavane? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, that one's good. So I'm actually going to the pharmacy after we're finished, before work, to go pick everything up. Guess what,
No
though?
metal taste or anything? You don't get that?
No. There is something in my nighttime meds that tastes fucking disgusting though. I don't know what the hell it is, but I have to drink juice like straight after it. It's so gross. don't know what.
It's probably one of the ones that doesn't have the coating on the outside. So look with anything that has colors, probably a vitamin.
Yeah, I think it's the
Green
I think
vitamins.
I think it's the amitriptyline that's doing it. It's bugging me. But guess what though? I have had to get so much medication already that I've passed the threshold.
Whoa!
No more paying for my medication for the rest of the year. Oh, I've got new bladder
You have to pay for some medication, don't you? Or is it actually
I have one private medication for my bladder. So you know how I was paying $66 for 30 tablets for my bladder and it really wasn't helping. So I'm on a new bladder medication and it's $29.90 for 30 tablets. That's obviously not on the PBS, but no, once you hit the PBS threshold, it is free. Every single one of my medications has $0 on it. I'm going to pick up 4 different scripts after this appointment. Not going to cost me a cent.
I don't reckon I'm ever going to reach my threshold.
That's probably a good thing. I take buckets of fucking medication. You know, I'm on a waiting list for surgery for my bloody bladder.
Well, hopefully they can do that for free.
Yeah, I'm hoping because I did ask her about that stuff. She's like, no, it's all public, it's all fine. And I am category 2. It's just, I don't know, with this whole new COVID stuff going on, but yeah.
No one knows.
No, I know, exactly. So when did you say group therapy is starting? Because I'm like super excited.
She was meant to start, but with the move and stuff, we've delayed it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I've sent her the outline, and I've asked her to look at that this week while she's at home, and she's going to start next week, and I'm going to release the list to her next week, and she'll schedule a time with the peer support worker who supports that, and then she'll contact clients and explain, and
awesome.
Hopefully convince everybody to come.
Okay, I did something this week totally off topic, but I think you'll find it amusing, and I haven't told too many people, and I wasn't planning on telling my website.
Now you're going to tell
everybody. Yeah, I know, right? But I'm telling people because I want everyone to think really good thoughts for this. So as we know, I love sex toys. All of them. Everything. I haven't come across a sex toy I don't like so far, right? So I've decided I am investing in a new one, right? And I've wanted it for ages. It's called a love hammer. It literally looks like a hammer, but it's like 3 different vibrators in one, right? So they're like, it's like everything. There's the proper brand, and then obviously other people have come along and made the slightly different, cheaper ones.
But you're going to get the proper one.
Well, I've learned my lesson from buying the cheaper ones. I just have to keep fucking replacing them. But anyway, I was doing all my research because sex toys are very important to me. So I was researching them, and I came across this implied to be an ambassador. And they were like, if you're an influencer or a vlogger, get in touch. And I was like, oh, wow. I know I don't have...
You're like, that's me.
I would be able to sell sex toys in my sleep, mate. Like, that's how much I love them. So I've written this email, and I've sent it off. And honestly, just last night I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm going to go to every single sex store I can find and then send it to everybody to like see if I can increase my chances, because how good would I be at being a sex ambassador? Like, amazing. I think I would just love it. No, I know I'd love it. I just think I'd be fantastic at it. I already promote all the sex toys I've got and how to use them and when they should be used, and I rewrote the entire about page on my YouTube channel. Oh my God, they give you 1,000 characters. My first rewrite was 2,500 and something. I was like, fucking hell. I think it took me like 2 hours to write the damn thing. But I made sure it was very apparent. I love everything sex, and I talk about it a lot. So, which I do, let's face it. I'm fully celibate, but you know, that's why I have sex with myself. Hence, I need sex toys.
Hence, you need to save some money. Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you. I thought I'd let you know, because I want everyone thinking good thoughts.
As long as it doesn't become a shift to the focus of your videos or you're
Oh,
walking
God, no.
where you want it to be.
I just want
Still-
free sex toys, let's face it.
Yeah, I know.
It's mostly just that. I mean,
People like free things. Look, I can get on board with that. Sure.
you know how much money I've wasted on sex toys, right?
Is it a waste? Have you
No.
enjoyed them?
Yeah, I love them. I have a whole box under my bed full of them.
There's probably some that you don't love and have like let
No,
go
it's
of.
not that I don't love them. It's just sometimes I get confused and then I break them by putting them underwater when I shouldn't. And then I've lost a freaking charger to my absolute favourite one. I've searched my house up and down. I've tried to replace it multiple times. Nothing is working. Hence, I'm pretty sure the universe is saying, go get yourself a new one. So that's what I'm
Jaycar
doing.
can probably get you one. You know that electronic store?
Jay,
They have a
yes,
charger for
Andrew
everything.
told me that actually too. He said, go down and get an adaptable charger.
They
So
have like actually everything.
I wonder how they'd feel if I take my vibrator and I'm just going to take it in and be like, I need to help this get fixed.
Well, because they have to look at the plug that it has to go into or whatever it is.
Well, you know what I'm like. I used to tell everyone I smoked weed before it was legal and all my friends would freak out. I mean,
Exactly. Who cares what the Jaycar, poor little nerdy IT man thinks?
not
Whatever.
me. I'd probably just tell
Probably
him.
be the highlight of his day.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
more likely. Yeah, you're
Not
right.
being
Actually, that's a
offensive.
really good
You know,
idea.
you don't force anything on them. You're just like, I need a charger. This is what I need the plug to look like. Or take a photo.
No, I'm taking it with me. It'd be just so much more fun. You know what I'm like. You know? This is who I am. I'm authentically me. Turns out I'm awesome. Took me a long time to get here, but I do think that. Just have to remember that university isn't going to break me because it's honestly the only thing trying to. And I know I've
Well,
got
it's supposed
this.
to be a challenge. That's
I
the
know.
whole point.
But
It's not for everyone, and that's why they do it.
I got 4 to go. I have found people to help tutor me and stuff like that though, so I'm pretty happy about that.
One thing at a time. One chapter or story or
The
article
lab
or
report is worth 45% and it's due on the 26th of August. That'll be where my focus is, so 100%.
You got 4 weeks. Go.
I will be, but please check your email tonight. Yes?
Yeah.
It's the
moving
one for,
clinics.
it's the one
So
for,
not tonight, but yes.
all right, well, because I think the results are coming out. I have to make sure I can even send it, but it's just your Gmail one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't have a
Yeah.
phone I can contact you on, do you?
No.
Yeah, I know, that sucks. I've got my GP's
I use
personal
my
phone
phone
number.
for like phone calls to like my mom.
Fair enough. I don't
The
know
only
why I
person who calls me.
Oh, that's sad.
It's not. It's just that it's the only person whose calls I answer. How about that? So-
I appreciate that. Hey, can you check with whoever does the bookings? Oh, I've probably got to check. I think, like, I can't really have appointments on Wednesdays because I need to be on campus. Like, I literally had to change. I'm meant to be on campus, but I couldn't go there, do it, and then
Sure.
rush home for this. It just would have put me in a shitty mood. So,
I'll have her give you a call.
thank you. Any other day is perfect. I think that's all good. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna be on leave.
Hmm?
I'm gonna
Yes.
go on leave.
When?
That's a good question.
Just get them to tell me when
It's
they
like
ring
the
me
15th, 14th
of the next
something
of
it-
August.
of August. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm gonna be on leave for a week and a half, I think, something like that.
Yeah, no, that's
Um,
cool. Well, I'm talking to, like I said, the GP on Saturday to get all the paperwork done, so that'll all
I
get
think
sent
there's
to
one
you.
appointment that I think I need to change because I'll be on leave and I think you're booked in.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Like I said, if it's
But
possible to get
You
them,
can check while you're on the phone.
yeah. If she can try to make them on a different day than Wednesday, that'd be good. But as you said,
Yeah.
I'm dealing with life fairly well, so
You
yummy.
are, so that's fine. So we'll get her to change things around. I'll get her to call you and
Yeah.
move them.
Awesome. Thanks, darling.
See you
Alright.
soon.
Have a
Be
good
good.
evening. I'll try. All right. Bye. I love my therapist. She's awesome. She's so awesome. I'm going to upload this now. Happy Wednesday.